I'm gonna put on the screen the second fight with Adriano, and we'll watch it through. You'll comment a little bit about it, and I will just chat through whatever we have to chat. You good with that?
Yeah, sounds good. I won't give away
All right.
secrets, but I'll just chat like I've never watched it before.
No, for sure. Of course not. That's not what I want. What was how many times you watched this fight?
Oh, a lot, because we were getting ready to fight him the second time. So we watched it a lot just to get ourselves prepared for the third.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my lights down and we'll hit play. So fight's about to start. I'm gonna skip through this whole introduction.
So,
When we talked the first time, you haven't done this fight. I think you only done one fight with Adriano. And how do you go for the second fight as a challenger, which is it's kind of something new to you again, right? Like you challenged him the first time, and then you're going for a rematch against the guy who you were the challenger at the first time. How do you go into there like the mental? Because what I'm trying to say is like we never saw you like rematching someone who lost before. Like you were always so dominant. Did it play a factor on emotions and stuff like that going to the second fight?
no, it's my job. It's what they pay me to do. They pay me to fight. So for me, I see it as, opportunity to go out there, just fight, make money. And going into the second fight with Adriano, wasn't too concerned about getting knocked out. I was just well prepared and ready to go out there and see what I can do.
I heard something on ESPN that said this could very well be your last fight too.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been more vocal about my feelings and how I feel. And I think with me being 36 years old, been doing this for a very long time, I know I can't fight forever. So I think it's smart for every athlete to start thinking about what they're going to do next. Other than that, that's where that comes from. Still super sharp, still healthy, still strong, still learning. But, you can't fight forever. So I'm just trying to be more outspoken about my feelings.
And that's the thing, right? Like very, very little guys know when to stop and how to stop on top, right? That's how you feel? Like George St. Pierre, Khabib type of.
Yeah, absolutely. There's those guys. They've done a lot in this sport of mixed martial arts, and they felt like there was something else they can do, or there was something else they wanted to go do. So I never talked to those guys personally, but I do plan on reaching out to George St. Pierre and asking him, like, "Hey, man, like, why did you stop? Like, was it time to do something else, or what?" And I'm pretty sure he was like, "Yeah, I wanted to go do something else." So for me, people are like, "Oh, what's your mindset? Do you want to go out on top?" And for me, I'm like, I am on top. Like when I started this sport, I didn't have anything. Now I have so much. I'm grateful for that. I'm not too concerned about win, lose, or draw. After this fight, I'm going to sit down with the wife and kids and like say, hey, I think I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. What do you guys think? Or maybe I might fight another one. So for me, it's just expressing and let people into a little of my mindset where I'm at.
I think it helps a lot when you don't carry this weight, right? Like oh, I have to do this, and I want to chase legacy and stuff. You have a legacy, right? Like you were one of the greatest mixed martial artists that we ever seen, and when I was just, it was funny you said that because I had Bruno Silva, which he just fought in UFC this past week. And he was saying exactly like that. I say, look, I'm at a point in my life there. Even though he's just starting in UFC, like 5 fights or something like that, he did like great stuff in Russia. He was a big dominant champion, stuff like that. He was like, look, looking back where I came from and where I'm at now, I'm already a winner. So I already won. I'm already on top. He said exactly the same words. It's really interesting.
Yeah, when you've been doing this sport for a long time, when you want to talk about legacy, my legacy is my children, right? Like my legacy in mixed martial arts is always going to be there. Nobody can take that away from me. Champion in the two biggest organizations in the world, the UFC, one championship, amazing knockouts, amazing submission. I mean, the list just goes on all the things I've accomplished. And I think for me to be naive and not think about life outside of fighting would just won't be good for me. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to this fight against Adriano for the third time, and I can't wait to go out there and perform.
Guide us a little bit what's going on there. We're halfway through the first round.
Yeah, so Adriano's doing a good job trying to pass my guard, and I'm trying to create space. Like I'm just trying to create space and get him off me so I can start grappling. And he's doing a good job. He's a longer body. He's able to lay on me, not really focus on trying to pass guard. He's really trying to bury his head. He's tall enough to be able to do that TP type of style of guard pass. And so for me, what you're seeing right here is just me trying to control his posture and try to, get my guard back. Then once he starts posturing up, you're starting to see me open my guard up, trying to work my jiu-jitsu, trying to avoid a clean shot getting hit. I have great skincare. I moisturize every single day, so that's why I don't get cut. And right here, this is just me just using my grapple, try to pull him down. I get a nice little elbow right there. A lot of people think when you're on your back, you're losing the fight. But after this round's over, you see who inflicted the most damage out of the first round. And I would say it was probably me, granted me being on my back. And here we are again, me just trying to, keep him at bay, and he's trying to pass my guard again. He ends up passing a little bit. I recover back to half side control. I'm trying to take his back, and he's able to get his arm out. And once again, now he's in side control. He's in half guard. I'm trying to work my jiu-jitsu. He's standing up, trying to pass. Like once again, that's one of the abilities he has. He's a bigger opponent, right? So being a bigger opponent, he has a lot more range, the leverage he can use. He has a bigger blanket that can lay on top of me where I'm smaller. So I'm just trying to, stay underneath him and try to get out eventually and throw those short little elbows to get him to posture up, to move away and give me space where I can work. And right here, once you see him, stand completely up, I'm trying to just move and just grapple. That's all that's going on right here. It's just me, recover my guard, trying to be active off my back, trying to get him to posture up, trying to pass guard. And that's about it. Oh yeah, but
I don't know what I have in mind, because he fights at your weight class, so you kind of expect like a smaller guy, and he's a big dude.
I tell you what, if I was 5'8", I would not be fighting 135 pounds. I'll probably be fighting 145, 155, just because I'm a very dense guy. But he's 5'8", I'm 5'3". So that's the difference I would say when I fought in the UFC compared to one championship, is that everybody I fight is fucking tall. Like, I do miss the days fighting like Joseph and John Dotson and Henry. Everyone's 5'3", 5'4", and it's 5'5" at the latest. And then you got these tall fucking giants in these divisions where it's like, put some muscle on, dude, and go up. So, but yeah, he's a tall guy. He's very long and very big.
He has a big cut on his left eye too.
Yeah, and once again, here's the story of the tape. It's me trying to cross distance. Adriano loves to make his opponents overextend, and it's just me just trying to cross distance, looking for my opening, trying to get him to open up. Because if you watch any of his fights, he really doesn't really open up. Like right there, he's trying to open up, but when he's striking, he's coming backwards, right? He's always backing up, and that's just me being aware and making adjustments, just trying to get to him. As in the first time I fought him, I was more reckless trying to get to him. And, here we're just going back and forth, and he catches me here with that little kick. It catches me right here on the nick of my, on the top of my head. So I lost my equilibrium. I wasn't rocked. And right here, it's me trying to get the takedown. Once again, very long, with them long-ass legs. He's able to sprawl out. I would say the biggest thing that's hard about fighting Adriano is that he's long. Right? Like, it's longer. That's what makes, but everything he's doing is nothing I never battled before. Right? Like, as I'm sitting here watching this fight, it's just he's long. Like, if he wasn't long, this fight would be easy, because the distance control wouldn't be as hard to get to him, if that makes sense.
And then you already got the control of the cage. I'm having such a cool moment here watching this with you, because I'm having like flashbacks of you fighting and how well you move and in and out and everything. It's amazing. It's amazing to see.
And right now, I'm just trying to, once again, do more jiu-jitsu. Look, he's standing up. He's able to stand up and CP choke. I'm trying to go for a triangle. Can't. He's a longer body. And, a lot of the tail of the tape is just me doing jiu-jitsu and trying to make him open up. Like, he's staying in guard. He has no, he's trying to pass guard, but he's passing guard with his head down instead of posturing like not normal, but posturing and looking to pass that way. So, me just trying to control his posture. We're against the cage, so it's kind of hard to scoot away and create space, but right there, I had to do a big grunt to get him off me, get back to a position where I catch a move, and me just healing him in the butt. It's just me just trying to get him to move and do something. His head's buried.
Those hurt, right? Those little kicks, everything hurts.
Oh yeah,
right?
everything hurts. Even punching people hurts. Kicking people hurts.
Yeah. I remember talking to Alex Pereira right after his fight with Adesanya, the first one when he won, and I was like, "Look, he was kicking you like this. Does it hurt?" He's like, "Everything hurts."
Your body's not designed to get hit. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, once again, this is like back to the first round. He's trying to pass guard, and I'm trying to keep him in my guard or just trying to keep him at bay. But like once again, he's such a long body, so he's able to extend me, lay on top of me, and just extend me, use that length what he has, and me just trying to get him up and just do anything I can to keep him a passing guard.
I'm going to skip through a little bit so we don't take this for too long. Same of everything, right? Like you defend. Did you even do any like grappling tournaments? Is that something you will consider like those nice I don't know, like who's number one and stuff like that?
I want to try to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like IBJJF. I want to compete in that, see how well I can do in my gi.
Oh, with the gi, that's cool.
Yeah, I have a great professor, Professor Jan. He made sure my grappling was on point. So now in my career, my volume of grappling is extremely high than it was in the past. So fighting Adriano the second time,
Nice.
my grappling conditioning was on point as it is even now. Because I continue to stay in my my gi in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, it's third round, I'm not worried about first round and second round never happened. I'm just ready to go out there and
You look fresh.
always fresh, baby.
Adriano, he's a friend. He looks a little bit up there though.
Yeah, but Adriano, he's so tough. But see, once again, it's me walking him down, being the shorter fighter. I'm like, you look at all my fights. It's nothing. I'm not doing anything different that I haven't done before in any of my other fights. I'm always like, people are like, oh man, what's the secret? I'm just getting better about getting to people. Because once I get to you, then I'm able to fight. Right? Like when people fight, this should be happening, not this. I shouldn't be chasing somebody.
Yeah.
And usually when I fight Adriano, I'm chasing him the whole time to make him fight me. He's backing up the whole entire time. The whole time. It's like the whole time I'm always trying to get to him. Like you watch the fight, I'm just trying to get to him the whole entire time. So, I mean, when I watch it, it's almost kind of frustrating. It's like if I were to never engage in this fight would not be exciting. Even in the very first fight, the fight would not be exciting. Yeah, so that's like when you watch it, he's a great athlete. This is not me talking shit. This is me stating factual stuff that's happening in live time. And even in his previous fights, you look when he fought Yuya Wakamatsu, he got yellow carded. When he fought Kairat Akhmatov or Jay Histakio, he's always being the longer. He's always fighting backing up where I'm always pushing the pace. So, but for me, that's why I think fans like my styles because I'm always taking a risk in my fights. I'm always putting myself in harm's way. I can play the range game. I can play the footwork and not get hit, and nothing will ever happen. And those are words from my coach. My coach is like, if you don't go get people, nothing's ever happen because one, they're never going to get you. So you got to go get people, and that's what you're seeing here. I mean, that's what you see in this fight in the third and fourth round, like me just pushing the pace, trying to get to him.
Do you think he does that because he's long and he's trying to get you to get close? Do you think it's like a strategy?
I have no idea. I've never talked to him about it. So I just think that's the way his style of fighting, he likes to make people overextend. But for me, like I've accepted that this is kind of like my style of fighting. And now I'm just trying to get better about doing it and applying it. And now as things, we're in the third round, he's not as fresh. He's not as fresh anymore. Yeah. So the frustration starts to set in, and that's how my style is. Like, I'm not going to get you out the first round, but if I keep tracking you, if I'm still here, I'm going to keep on stalking you over and over. And if my opponent wants to meet me with the stalking, that's perfect. You're doing half the job for me. You're crossing that distance for me. I know my condition is going to be there. I know my jiu-jitsu, my Muay Thai, everyone's going to be there. So that's why with this fight, it's like me constantly trying to get to him.
Is that like, so right now it's probably like you probably got the first 2 rounds, getting the third round. Would you agree with that?
It's hard, everybody sees something different, but for me, I don't score fights. I score them as a whole. Like, I think damage wise, I think I've done way more damage than he has, just because off my back, just hitting him. But even with definitely a third round, I won it. I guess you can say the biggest thing in the fight that he had was just being on top of me and throwing the elbows. But for me,
well, you're right. That, like, people judging that might go different way because of that, right?
yeah, exactly. And so, like I said, for me, I'm just trying to get to him. I'm just trying to get to him, make him open up, push his cardio, push his conditioning, and see what he's got. I mean,
Isn't one like they judge the whole fight instead rounds? That's how they do it, right?
yeah, they judge the fight as a whole, not by round. Yeah, it's a great fight. I mean, I love the fight. I mean, and right here, this is my world right here. Like, when we're clinching, I'm not looking to hold. I'm looking to bang you up, throw knees, get him off me. Like, I love being here because either people they're gonna just hold like he is right now, and he throws the elbow, perfect. But I'm right back on you. I'm like, okay, that didn't hurt, so I'm trying to move and see what's gonna happen.
No time to breathe, right? Like on top of the guy all the time. It's crazy. You always did that. You always imposed this crazy pace on the fight, right?
Well, like I said, it's a fight. It's supposed to be crazy. It's supposed to be
Right.
It's supposed to be constantly this. So, and that's just me. This is fighting, and like, sometimes he would come forward. I'm okay. What you got? Like, how much are you going to risk coming forward? Like, are you going to come forward really, or are you just going to walk forward? So, I mean, like I said, great fight between me and Adriano. I mean, I know the fans loved it. I loved it. The other comeback after getting knocked out by him. And I think, me fighting Rodtang helped me out. Like fighting Rodtang, I mean, Rodtang's way faster and hits way harder than Adriano. So if we don't take a Rodtang shot, I knew I could take Adriano's shot. I just gotta be able to see it.
That's right. That's right. I was talking to Chatri yesterday, and we were talking levels. He was like, "Look, that guy, he's in a different striking level as we watch." Because he was kind of saying like, "Oh, you see, like they say Israel Adesanya is the best striker." It's like, no, he's not. Let's talk. If we're talking striking, not MMA striking, it's a different word, right?
Adriano Adesanya has very, very good striking. MMA striking, not the best, but it's very, very high level because it's kickboxing. But I'll actually try to dissect some of his kickboxing, and his kickboxing's very, very good stand up.
All right, so this is the last round. What's going on in your mind in a fight? Or you just focus on fight, don't think on anything else, or you're like, shit, I'm gonna get this belt. I'm getting close.
Continue to fight. Try to get to him. Like I said, nothing's changed from the first time we fought to now, right? Like, you go back and watch the first fight, it's me constantly trying to get to him. And the second fight was no different, and the third fight will be no different either. I mean, when you're 5'3", you don't have the things going for you when you're the smaller fighter fighting a taller person. That's just the way it is. It's just it's like Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. Tank Davis was just taking his time trying to get to him. They got 12 rounds to do it. I only got 5 rounds. So I'm just trying to get to them and fight.
We're about like 2 minutes away from the knockout. It was like right in the middle of the round, right?
Yeah, right in the middle of the round. But right here, he's trying to push me against the cage. Once again, I'm not going to try to hold him and try to break this guard. I'm going to start throwing knees and keep him, make him fight. Like I said, this is where I love to be. I like this to happen in the fight. This stuff, you're playing with Windows opportunity. This, I know where you're at. I know what you're trying to do. I'm trying to feel out and see what you want to do. And I'm going to keep banging you up with the knees right there. Like right there, he's focused on holding, looking for his opportunity to take me down. And he's kneeing, which is perfect. I love knee battles. I've had Muay Thai fights in my career. And I love doing it,
And you never let them like comfortable in there, right? Just in the clinch, right? They always have to keep moving because you're always hitting them.
Yeah, absolutely. And right here, he's trying to catch that leg. He did it before in the first round. Like, he wants to be on my back, right? He wants me on top. But yeah, once he hits me, it's like, no, I'm not done. We keep going forward and see what you got. Right here, he's running, get back in the clinch. And like I said, I love being here, banging him up with the knees, because every one of those knees that are hitting his leg or hitting his body, those pay dividends over time. Like I'm softening up my opponent right now. Like I'm making a fight right here. I'm fine right here. I love this position because here goes a big knee, knee to the stomach. I'm just beating up that solar plex. I'm slowly just beating my opponent up.
And do you feel he's tired? Like it's almost time. What's your reading on him? Like at that time there?
Keep on fighting, keep on going. Don't stop swimming like Dorothy. But right here, now I'm starting to settle in. Now I got him. See, right now he's not backing up. He's coming forward, right? Which is better because now I don't have to worry about the distance. So that elbow was a great elbow by him, but my condition is on point. He hits me back in the head. It's perfect. He's countering. So now I'm like, okay, let's, chill for a little bit. Moving. Now, once he stops moving as much, I can hit him more, right? He's not backing up. He's standing there to fight. So now I change the angle. So now, boom, he's backing up again. So it's okay. Now I gotta refigure out how I'm gonna get him to stay there. So now we're moving. This is period of a knockout. So now he's not backing up as much. I'm just trying to get to him. Like, hey, can I get to you yet? I got to him again. But we see he's constantly, it's constantly me chasing him to get him to fight. But right now I'm not moving as much. I'm trying to get him.
I'm so anxious because I know what's coming. I'm trying to see the moment.
He's actually striking. He's striking at this level. He's not running backwards. So if he doesn't run backwards, it's perfect because I don't have to chase him. Boom, gotcha.
Oh, right there. Ooh.
So the biggest thing with this fight that I always love is that after going through all that stuff in the first, second, and third round, even the fourth round, it's like I still have the conditioning. I still have the eyes. I still have the intelligence to see and waiting for him to give me that opportunity. But that opportunity didn't come from me playing it easy. It came from me taking risk in the first, the second, and even the third round, that eventually all that risk taken paid off in the fourth round. That's why I was able to get that knockout. That's why this fight is one of my favorites, because it's something that, me chasing him the whole time, in my opinion, shouldn't happen in a fight, right? Like, two adversaries should meet in the middle. And like wrestling, if you back up wrestling, stalling, like you're stalling. And in mixed martial arts, kickboxing is the only sport you can back up and still win. Wrestling, you cannot back up. You back up, they're like, do you want to wrestle or not? Because if you don't want to fucking wrestle, you can get out. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the fight with me, Adriano, the second one, and I'm looking forward to the third one. It's going to be no different. I'm going to push the pace. I'm going to get in his face, and we're going to fight.
Do you remember what you told him right when you go there to him?
Yeah, I said, good job, man. I said, good job. I was like, yeah, I wish you nothing for the best and good job. And I hope you're okay. And that was it.
All right, we'll just wait for the belt to be on your waist and then we'll finish.
Look how fucking tall he is.
He's freaking tall. Yeah, man. Looks like different weight classes. And this belt is gorgeous.
25 pounds. I mean, right here, nothing but respect, man. Say good job, good fight, man, and nothing but respect for him and his teammate and in his corner. I mean, I've been on the other side of this many times. Dominic, Brad Pickett, Henry Cejudo. At the end of the day, it's a business, it's a game. We do it. It's not a game. It's a fight. We're just trying to make this money, and I'm happy. I made it happen. That was always one of my goals, to have that glitter come in one of my fights. That's why I said thumbs up. I was like, check mark. We got that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because that's something that, they don't do that anymore with any other mixed martial arts promotion. UFC doesn't do it. PFL, Bellator doesn't do it. Dream and Ryzen were doing it. Like all that glitter going around there. It's perfect. Make sure it gets their shot that they want. Brand new album coming out. Just doing everything. Just mixing it up. And
that's awesome.
Now it's time for business. Like, what's up, Mitch? What you want to know?
That's all. That's awesome.